Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's John, and today we're going to take a look around the camping setup that I have in my 2001 Jeep Cherokee. Now, if you're new to the channel, normally my episodes focus more around adventuring out, traveling through dirt and gravel roads. I'm on such an adventure right now in West Virginia, and this is day 2 technically of adventure travel, day 3 on the road. And I want to show you guys what my setup looks like here, because I'm just kind of getting to a point now where I'm comfortable with what I have and how I use it. I've got a 45 liter, I believe it is, fridge on a fridge slide. I'm using Milwaukee 3-drawer pack-out boxes for all of my utensils, cleaning supplies, and some cooking things. I have another Milwaukee pack-out below here that's heavy. This is spare parts, and I just want it kept down low. Also, it's nice to have the drawers up just a little bit higher. On top of the drawers is my scuttle. That's my primary cooking device most of the time. Depends, sometimes I'll just bring a cast iron pan and cook over a small burner. I'll show you the burner that I use. It's similar to something like a jet boil. Pack-out boxes are mounted to a pack-out base, which is screwed into plywood. The plywood anchors in where kind of around the spots where you would normally have your like ratchet strap or bungee hooks in the floor of the XJ. And then the fridge slide connects into the plywood as well. Fridge slide is going to be a game changer for whenever I build a shelf in the back here. So I plan to build a shelf back here that's just slightly above the fridge and the pack out, so that anything that's not at that level can be attached to that shelf, and I could take this out if I wanted to. I could slide the fridge out. It's really, I can get into the fridge without sliding it out, but why bother going through, why bother skipping the step of just sliding it out when it's more convenient to just open the fridge, and now I have access inside my fridge. The things strapped to the side of the fridge here I will get into in a second. And I'll show you what's behind the fridge on the slide as well. In the pack-out drawers, I've got paper plates and soap, pot holder if I need it, coffee things, tin foil. These tin foil things are pretty sweet. These, I'll again leave an Amazon link for these things. This is an adjustable aluminum foil roll holder, and you just pull out some foil, squeeze this thing, and you got yourself a perfectly cut piece of foil. Extra cups and some ramen noodles in case of emergency. Middle drawer here, I've got this handy little pump bottle. This is a really sweet thing. I'll leave a link in the Amazon, link for Amazon in the description for this guy. Basically, fill this with water, put just a drop of soap in there, and then you compress it, and it becomes a spray bottle. Really handy for cleaning kids' hands, your own hands, quickly cleaning some dishes, get a little bit of pressure on there, and it works really nice. Otherwise, I just kind of keep some extra utensils, cups, bowls, Lysol wipes, sponges, some gas for my burner. I'll leave that out so we can talk about that. And then the bottom drawer is really where the primary cooking things are. I've got knives, spatulas, scrapers, all kinds of good stuff in here. Utensils, can opener, scissors. This is my burner. I also keep my salt, pepper, spices in here, the hot sauce. So there's a lot that I can fit in these pack-out drawers. I was really surprised when I first started using them. I thought, they're not very deep. What am I really going to be able to fit? It kind of blew my mind when that fit in there perfectly. So yeah, this is just an inexpensive little bottle top burner, kind of similar to a jet boil. Keep a lighter in here as well. And this is what I use for heating up water for coffee, or if I'm going to just cook off a cast iron skillet, this is what I would use for that as well. So this is still kind of a work in progress, as you can see from the unpainted things, but built this little stainless steel platform kind of tray table here. My swing out does open all the way out 180 degrees as well. Kind of depends on how I'm setting up, where I'm camping, determining how I do this. But there's enough room to work here, except for when the fridge is out, it's a little tight between the fridge and the table here, but it's still workable. And I've got fresh water here. I wouldn't drink this water. This is just tap water from my hose at home, but it is good enough for washing hands, rinsing dishes, things like that. So on this tray, I have this custom cut, didn't have to trim much of it off, but cutting board that drops into that. This is pretty cool though, the water setup here. So I don't really use this spout, but that's kind of the cap for keeping it sealed shut. I've got the Rotopax cap back on there with nothing in it. And in this little Pelican case, I keep something pretty cool. This is about 15 bucks on Amazon, a little battery rechargeable pump. And just put the hose on there, put the spout in it. And this is designed for like a 5-gallon water jug like you'd normally have on a water dispenser, office water cooler. And just got to make sure that that goes down this way inside here. But now I've got some running water. And then the other thing that I have on the fridge slide here is this little sink. Folding camp sink, collapsing I guess it is. And with this thing all opened up, I have the ability to set my sink here, and I keep some little magnet hooks on here. It's been a while since I've used this, see if I remember how it went. I think it was something like that. And then I put the other one over here, keep that corner from tipping up. And now, if I hook this hose up, I have kind of a little kitchen sink. And now I've got running water at my sink. So on the back of the fridge here, I have the Geyser shower, and I was really pumped to find out that this fit pretty much perfectly. It is anchored kind of through the handle of the fridge to the fridge slide itself, and then I've just got some blocks of wood underneath to keep it exactly where it needs to be. So the handle of the Geyser shower kind of overlaps the handle of the fridge, and then that's all tied together. And I think I'm just going to zip tie that at this point now, because I don't plan on really pulling this off of here very frequently, and it's easy enough to cut zip ties. But I've got the bulk of the wiring for this, which it comes with like 20 feet of wiring, which is nice if you're gonna plug it into your cigarette lighter in the front of the vehicle and pull it out back and do a shower out back or something. But I've got enough cord here to run over to my 12-volt plug that the fridge runs off of, and that only has one plug currently. I need to add more. So eventually this will just double up with the fridge wire here and run to that. But what's super nice with the Geyser shower is that I always wanted to have it set up just like this, where it's vertical and secure. I can fill this up and plug it in. Well, if it's remaining plugged in, I can fill it up. I can have the thing I can set it to heat mode while I'm driving and running it off of the alternator, not the battery, and get myself a hot shower going while I'm driving. So then when I get to where I'm going, I've got hot water ready to go. It also works perfectly from here to reach over to the sink and do dish work. But check out Geyser shower. You guys get 10% off through my discount code, and I will put that on the screen and leave it in the description. For specifics of the fridge, this is a Rough Country 45-liter fridge, and I've been really happy with it. I've had it about 10 months now, So actually, I take that back, close to a year. I got it back in June of last year, and it's almost June now. So the thing I found out after buying the Rough Country fridge, which I was able to get at a nice discount, is that this is an exact replica, other than the color, of a Alpi-Cool fridge, which I'll again leave an Amazon link for you guys to check out. But this is a really nice fridge if you're not like super rough on it. You know, if you were throwing this in the bed of a pickup truck and it was going to be exposed to the elements and stuff, might not hold up great. I've had no problems with it holding temperature within 5 degrees of where I set it. So if I want things frozen, I can put it all the way down to 0 Fahrenheit. If I just kind of want to keep things, it'll keep things frozen if they're already frozen. It will not freeze things unless you put it all the way down to 0. So it works really nicely. It's a good size for 1 or 2 people. This section here is not directly cooled, so it just kind of mixes the air while cooling this area. So this stuff here, I believe they said stays about 10 degrees warmer than what's in here. So things you definitely don't want to freeze, like eggs, put up here. I've had no problems with power overnight. I've even left it in my driveway at home for 3 days, plugged in, and still had plenty of power to start my engine. So the only thing that's kind of obnoxious about this cover is that it opens sideways and the lid opens front to back. That is the fridge. It's also a Rough Country fridge slide, which is oversized for this fridge, but I was able to make use of it, as you saw. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to check out the links in the description below. Purchasing through those links does help support the channel. I hope this video has helped to give you some ideas for whatever rig you like to adventure in. Be sure to take it slow, stay curious, and I will see you on the next one.